Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about mindset. What I want to do in this episode is talk about mindset in the sense of getting things done and being productive and reaching goals as much as possible during this time. I also want to talk about outside of this time and making sure that you remain motivated for goals. So what we'll do, we'll start by talking about how I typically spend a day, how I'm productive, my tips and tricks and stuff that I've found from clients that work really well and stuff like that. And then what we're going to go into is talking about how to set goals and how to remain motivated for getting results and training purposes outside of lockdown, regardless of whatever's going on right now. So, first thing I wanted to talk to you about is something that has literally changed my life. So, I asked for one of these for Christmas and my mother was kind enough to get me one. And it is the only thing that gets me up in the mornings at the moment. So, it's a Lumi light. Now, if you've never heard of these, this is not like an ad or anything like that. It is basically an alarm clock that goes off in the morning. So, when you set it, so I've been getting up about 7:30, 8. So, when you set it, what you do is you'll set it and then for half an hour before you wake up, it starts brightening up like this. So gradually, every half an hour, it goes up, up, up. So that then eventually you're waking up to a room that's fully lit. And basically what it's meant to do is naturally wake your body up. So I don't find that my body wakes up from this. I find that my body wakes up from the alarm sound, which sounds like this. So you set the alarm and that's the brightness you'll wake up to, and then the alarm goes off. So I wake up to that, but because I've already woken up naturally, my body feels awake when I wake up. I was really struggling to get up, and I think I have ever since I was in uni, struggled to wake up in the morning and be productive. Since having this, there is no struggle getting up. I feel like I'm awake, ready for the day and energized. Honestly, this is proven for like things like seasonal affective disorder, because it's obviously giving you that effect of sunrise. And honestly, it's the best thing. So if you're struggling to get up, and one of the things about mindset and productivity is obviously getting up, getting ready for the day, this has been incredible for me on that side of things. So yeah, get one of those. Otherwise, when it comes to doing daily chores, like knowing what I'm doing for the day, I find one of the most effective things for me is actually planning my day the night before. If I know that I've got an action plan for the next day, it's getting up and doing that, not thinking about, oh my God, what I forgot to do today, forgetting things. So I've been literally the most basic thing, and I'll show you now, I've got to get my phone, is actually just going into my notes and writing down everything that I want to do the next day. So let me find an example. Typical action plan of the day, I literally just type it out on my notes. Now there are loads of apps, loads of fancy things that you can do, but the night before, all I find is just writing out what time I want to do things and what I'm going to do at that time. So the other day, my plan was to get up at 7:30. I had calls. I basically had check-in calls with clients. Then at 9:30, I wanted to tidy my space, because when I've got a tidy space, honestly, everything is so much more productive. And then I needed to get steps, which I need to do in a minute, and message back on direct messages. I had more calls. Then I had a Zoom workout. Then I needed to go and help my mum because she was moving house. Then I had, at 4 o'clock, admin to do. So I wrote down all of the admin that I had to do. And then at 6 o'clock, I wanted to train. Now, with training, it's really good to have a plan as well. So I just planned out my session, dead basic on there. It was a full body session. So from that was planned the night before. I got up and I got it all done, ticked it off. And it was just the most beneficial thing. So when it comes to, if you're trying to get results or you're trying to plan something, it's really beneficial if you kind of have work, for example. So wake up and you've got work, and then maybe at lunchtime write down, go and get steps for half an hour, and then maybe make lunch, and then back to work, do the work bits that you need to do, and then in the evening, work out, whatever workout you're doing, and have that structure to your day. Because as well as getting up and feeling productive and going with your day, if you've got a plan and you can tick it off, you're going to feel like you've actually done something with your day, and you'll acknowledge it as well. So that's how I've been working my days. At the moment, I am also trying to get steps up to like 10,000 steps. So I'm gonna go and get my steps up, and I kind of wanted to make sure that I'm doing it with a reason. So today I am talking you through setting goals and stuff like that, but to get my steps up, I'm gonna go to Costa. I'm not gonna get out of the house much today. I've got loads of calls booked in later on. So moving around as much as possible and also having a reason to do it is vital for me. So we're gonna go to Costa, I'm gonna get a hot chocolate, I'm gonna treat myself, and I'm gonna try and get my steps as close to 10,000 as possible, because one, steps is mindset, makes you feel amazing when you do it, and two, obviously I've planned that into my day for today, getting steps, going to Costa. So I'm just walking to Costa now, because basically my my steps are on. So I've got a couple of my clients on my watch, and I keep seeing their results pop up, like so-and-so has done a workout and so-and-so has done this. And I'm like, okay, so I need to be active today. So my steps are currently on 3,250 and it's 12 o'clock. So going to go on a walk to make sure that I get these steps up to at least 10,000 by the end of the day. And obviously having an end goal is always the best thing, like going for a Costa. Like, it's like going for food, isn't it? Walking for food, like it's just your reward at the end of it. So yeah, go and get Costa. Hot chocolate, I think, is on the cards. Okay, so I've talked you through how I'm productive at the moment, setting goals for the day, having a routine, having tasks set, and how that works for me at the moment. But a big one is obviously outside of lockdown and all of that jazz. So a lot of people say to me, and a lot of clients say to me all the time, I don't feel motivated and therefore I'm no longer pushing for my goals. Or when I get to a point and I have come so far, I start pushing to achieve. And this is what people say to me, especially before they sign up with me. And it's like, okay, well, why are you not getting that? Why are you not keeping going with the goals? Why are you losing that motivation? And it tends to be because they haven't got a vivid goal set. So when I sit down with people, what I do is I talk through why they want something and what they actually want from it. So what I'm going to do now is talk you through how I would set a goal with a client. So when it comes to asking them what they want, I would say, if you could give me right now in a generic kind of response, what would your goal be? And they typically come back with things like, I want to lose weight, I want to build muscle, I want to tone up. Whatever your goal is, you would come back with that. And then I would say, let's delve a little deeper. So I'd say, is there an event? Is there a time that you look back on and you felt particularly unhappy? Or is there a time that you really want to feel great for that you might not feel great for now? An outfit that you have. And for example, they might come back and say, oh, I've got this pair of jeans that I really want to fit into and haven't fit into for 2 years. And I'm like, right, okay, let's think about on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely amazing, feel incredible, 1 being like, fight me to put them on. Where would you sit in that pair of jeans, for example? And they'd reel it off for me and they'd say, oh, a 3 or whatever, probably wouldn't fit in them. And I'd say, okay, cool, what's the goal? Where do we want to be? And they say, like, an 8, a 9, a 10. And I'm like, a 10, obviously. So right there, as roundabout as I've just talked about it, that's the goal. So setting a goal needs to be specific to you. So when you sit down and you think about a goal, think about what it is you actually want and why you want it. Is it because you've took a picture in the past and felt absolutely horrendous? Is it because you don't feel like you did in your past self? Or is it because you just want to challenge the mirror? So setting a goal is huge. And the reason that I'm talking you through this now is because that's going to do everything for your mindset. When it comes to getting out and going for steps, when it comes to working out, when it comes to eating, you are going to throw it away for a goal you're not really that bothered about or something that you're not really aware you want. Whereas if you go, I absolutely want that and I can absolutely get that, and you set yourself a dead set time frame for that time, you are 100% going to get there. So for me, I've set a goal for in the next 8 weeks, I am going to be able to feel like a 10 out of 10 in a t-shirt that I've got, and I'll insert the picture of what it looks like so that you can see. So I've felt really amazing in this t-shirt before, but right now I probably feel about a 5. So I want to push my goal to sit even happier in that t-shirt. And that's not because I don't look good, it's because I don't particularly feel great. And I always say to people, you can tell me that I look great, or I can tell you that you look great, but you have to feel it in yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that is my goal, and I know that that's my goal, and I know that because I've got that goal and it's clear cut, I'm going to go out like I have earlier, and get my steps to get that end goal. And it's going to make me much more, rather than motivated every single day, disciplined, because you won't feel motivated every day, but if you've got a goal, you will keep to the discipline of getting that goal. So my biggest advice to you is sit down and set some goals, because when you set those goals, you are much more likely on a rainy day to get up and just go for those steps. You are much more likely to do the workout that you know is going to be horrendous. That is a big one for mindset, setting goals. The only other thing I would say is track results, and we will do a whole episode on this and talk you through how to track results, or what you need to do to know that you're getting results, because let's be honest, results equals motivation. So my biggest top tips as an overview from today is, firstly, have a look at how you're waking up in the morning. If you're really struggling to get up, honestly, Lumilight has changed my life. Go out, make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Take that breath of fresh air and go and get some steps, even if it's for your mindset rather than it just being for you to get the exercise in. You know, that clear mindset of, I'm out of the space that I work in and instead I'm going out and doing something for me. And then also having a daily plan, ticking it off at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'm going to be able to tick off those boxes and feel super proud of myself for doing it. And I acknowledge that I've achieved that in a day, which you need to do at the moment. It's all the perks at the moment. And then the last thing is have some clear-cut goals. What do you want? Why do you want it? And if you really want it, are you going to get it? Because if you don't really want it, you're just not going to get it. Otherwise, this is it for today's episode. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. In the next few episodes, we're going to delve in deeper, gonna give you all sorts of value to your fitness, health journey, and yeah, can't wait to see you in the next videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that, and I will see you soon. Thank you.